There is no over-the-top intro this week for the podcast, guys. I wanted to leave it out this week in light of the sad news that was Jan Ross, the wife of Jim Ross, who had passed this week. And I want to start the show off, obviously, as you guys seen, or if you're listening to this on iTunes or Podbean or Google Play, a brief 15-second moment of silence for Jim, his family, and his late wife, Jan. I want to start off the show by reading something that I actually read earlier this week. I believe Jim posted this on Tuesday on his blog, jrsbbq.com. And I want to start the show off by reading this because it's very important. And you'll understand why when I read it. And I actually teared up, and I'm beginning to tear up now because it's very... It kind of hits me, and I'm just hoping I could get through this, man, because I'm not really feeling all that well this week either. He says, thanks for stopping by our site. This has been a week that has changed my life forever. Monday night at approximately 9:30 p.m., I was recording the Ross Report about 30 miles from our home. My wife Jan was riding her Vespa home from the gym when she was struck from behind by an automobile driven by a 17-year-old young man. Jan suffered a catastrophic brain injury, including multiple skull fractures. My little angel was unfortunately not wearing a helmet, which arguably would have prevented the extreme nature of her injuries. I will fully admit that there has been no experience in my life that could have prepared me for this life-changing week. To see one's life partner and love of one's life being kept alive via life support equipment is tragically heartbreaking. Jan and I started seeing each other in my WCW days, and she remained steadfast at my side during my 21-year run in the WWE, of which she dearly loved and always felt like we were a member of the family there. No matter the various challenges that confronted us along the way, including my 3 bouts with Bell's palsy, she never wavered. Jan and I had memorable success together when I was managing WWE's Talent Relations Department. We were a team in WWE. I was a coach, and Jan was the best coach's wife ever. She loved the talents and their spouses, invited them into our home, cooked for them, and even did some of their laundry that they would bring over. Some of the Attitude Era's biggest stars were made to feel welcome in our home over the years, thanks to my wife. She helped me battle through multiple bouts of depression as a result of the multiple Bell's palsy attacks, my dependence on Ambien, and nursed me back to health after serious colon surgery that threatened my life, and she never complained one time. This woman loves me more than I'll ever deserve, and simply knowing her has enriched my life to levels that I could never repay. We hope that the swelling of Jan's brain will subside soon, as it must for her to survive. It's that simple. Nonetheless, my little Italian angel who loves her Steelers and all things Pittsburgh is fighting for all she's worth to save her life. My wife would be so moved to know that many of you are praying for her. This update has been written through many tears and shaky hands, but please know that your support and love for Jan and me is both comforting and appreciated. God bless you all, JR. Now, Jan didn't survive. Jan passed away on Wednesday night. Jim Ross actually tweeted out that he had a priest come in and deliver Jan's last rites. And the outpouring of support from literally every major name in this business even the small ones in this business, tweeted Jim Ross their condolences, love, support, prayers. It goes to show you that Jim Ross is one of the most beloved individuals that you will ever find in this business. And all I can say from reading this, which I read on Tuesday at work, and I began to tear up, and I read it here again, and I started to tear up, is if you have someone in your life that you love, like JR did, just hold on to them. You never know what's going to happen. And for all the struggles that he has been through, she's remained by his side. He even wrote down that she hasn't complained once. Some people don't find that in their lives ever. JR was fortunate enough to find that. And now he lost it. All I ask of each and every one of you is, if you have someone in your life and you feel the same way JR does, don't fuck it up. Just hold on to it as long as you can. Because I would never, ever, ever, ever want anything like this to happen to anybody. And my thoughts and prayers go out to Jim Ross and everybody who knows Jim Ross, his friends, his family, everybody. It's just a sad day. And she wasn't a wrestler. But it's another sad day for the world of professional wrestling, that the greatest play-by-play announcer just lost the love of his life. So again, I reiterate and I stress to you, if you have something like Jim Ross had, hold on to it, please. I don't want to see anybody go through this.
JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. Big Show and Ryback, Strowman and Roman. Get off my fucking TV and save me the misery. And all you fucking goons, just grab a cold beer. The man of the hour is finally here. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script.
What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. And thank you guys for tuning in to yet another edition of Off the Script. This is episode 162. Part number 1 for your Friday. What's today's date, man? I don't even know the date. March 24th. I had to cheat. I had to be Mick Foley there for a second, man. Look at my phone. What date is it, bro? March 24th, 2017. Thank you guys so much for a very successful week here on YouTube, man. I'm very proud of what's going on. Subscribers are increasing day by day. And that has to do with something that I did on the channel a little bit differently than what I was presenting to you guys with WWE 2K17, man. We started a new GM mode on WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. It goes to show you how shitty the fucking new games are, that I gotta go back and plug in my PS3 and play a game that's fucking 10 years old, just so that you guys get some enjoyment out of the WWE side of things in the world of video gaming, man. I want to bring you guys a video game. I wish I had the emulator for No Mercy. I watched a video. The amazing things that people are still doing with no mercy for Nintendo 64, man. They got Lucha Underground mods. They got a Legends mod. They got literally mods for everything. You want Kevin Owens? He's there. You want Lesnar? He's there. You want the Legends pack? They relive fucking legendary moments in WWE, man. It was fucking crazy. I'm like, fuck, I wish I had no mercy, man. I'd be playing that shit every fucking day. Unbelievable what people are doing with that game, but I don't have such emulators or tools or patience, more importantly, patience to sit there and just do what I gotta do to get that game booted and ready to go with all the hacks and the mods and all that shit. But I went back to SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 for the PS3, and you guys, for the first 2 episodes, man, the initial draft was episode 1, and then we had a parking lot brawl with fucking Kane and Jeff Hardy. Those 2 episodes, man, did close to 2,000 likes each. I didn't get 2,000 likes in every fucking WWE 2K15, 16, and 17 video combined. Unbelievable. Unbelievable support for that, man. I thank you guys for really coming out and supporting that series. I'm really having fun. We are the general manager of SmackDown Live. It's not SmackDown Live, it's just SmackDown. We're going head-to-head with Monday Night Raw and ECW. I am taking the place of Teddy Long. We're managing budgets. We're making feuds, making trades. We're putting our superstars in different situations and scenarios. It's a fun time, man, and I'm doing commentary over the matches. Not every one of the matches, but a select few, giving everybody a piece of the pie each and every week. So you guys can go check that out, man. It's really, really boosted my channel as far as subscribers go for this week, man. You guys did awesome, and I thank each and every one of you for showing support, man. More content with SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 to come very, very soon, especially while I am in Orlando next week for WrestleMania, which we will talk about in just a little bit. Speaking of WrestleMania, I want to give a shout out to my buddy Matt over at Wrestle Rumble, man. WrestleRumble.com is the place to be. WrestleMania Pick'em is now live. You're going to go to WrestleRumble.com and everything you need is going to hit you right in the face, man. Single entry is $10. And you got a triple entry for $20. I imagine this is just going to be as difficult as the Royal Rumble because actually WrestleMania is a little bit more predictable than the Royal Rumble was. So it's still going to be tough. But the thing here is, if you guys know exactly or think you know what's going to happen at WrestleMania, Wrestle Rumble's got you covered, man. Listen to this fucking prize pool for WrestleMania. First place is $500 cash and 2 SummerSlam tickets. That is beast. Second place is $200 and 2 lower level tickets to Money in the Bank. Third place is $200 cash and 2 lower level tickets to Money in the Bank. Fourth place, all the way up to 10th place, will get $50. $50 is still cool, man. I'll take $50. You don't gotta ask me twice about taking $50. All that, and all you gotta do is guess the fucking questions right that they send you, man, via WrestleRumble.com. Winners are gonna be announced at the end of SmackDown Live, 2 days after WrestleMania, so it's gonna be the first SmackDown after WrestleMania 33. You will be contacted via phone or email. Winners will be announced on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you guys want to go follow Wrestle Rumble, at Wrestle Rumble, at Mania Pick'em, and then at Wrestle Rumble on Instagram. The first 2 ats were on Twitter, so make sure you guys go and check that out, WrestleRumble.com. Win some fucking money, man. I want someone from Off the Script to go to SummerSlam and Money in the Bank. So thank you guys for checking Wrestle Rumble out, and thank you to Matt from Wrestle Rumble for being such a big supporter of what I do here, man. He's a fucking beast, and I would appreciate you if you guys go and support what he's doing with WrestleRumble.com. Speaking of WrestleMania, again, nice little segue here into WrestleMania in Orlando this coming week. I'm actually flying out on Wednesday. I'm scared shitless, but I'm going to fly out on Wednesday. I got my plane ticket booked. I fly out at 9:30 from LaGuardia Airport here in New York City. And I will arrive in Orlando about 12:40ish on Wednesday afternoon. Gonna check right into my beautiful apartment that I rented out for the 4 days. I will probably make my way over to Publix to go get some alcohol, number one, as soon as I get down there. And then I will set up shop in the apartment, and I will begin recording what I need to record, because it's going to be a very, very busy week, man. Very, very busy week. I'm probably just gonna chill at home, make myself a nice dinner, keep up with the diet for that Wednesday, because I know on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I'm gonna be fucking binging, bro. I'm gonna be fucking binging. But I'm probably just gonna chill at the apartment. Whoever, I don't know if Joe wants to come hang out with me. I don't know when he's getting down there. Joe Cronin Show. If he doesn't hate me by now, because there was some drama going on with Joe on Twitter that really was unnecessary, but we'll talk about that in a second too. I want to get to that. But I am flying out on Wednesday. Thursday, I'm supposed to go to WrestleMania Access with Joe. We both got tickets at the same time. I'm supposed to do WrestleCon with Joe as well. And at WrestleCon at 11 a.m., I'm going to do Off the Script live via the podcastmovement.com, live from Wrestle Rumble, man. We're going to be doing Off the Script if Joe still wants to do that. Again, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. I might be attending all these things by myself at this point. I have no fucking idea. But regardless of all that, Off the Script will be live at WrestleCon. I believe we have an hour time slot, so we'll be talking WrestleMania predictions as well there, which I will have Off the Script normally, as you guys see it right now, on Friday with WrestleMania preview and predictions, as well as NXT TakeOver preview and predictions. So we're supposed to be doing that. Saturday, I'm thinking about having, if I can find a good place, a fan meetup. I think Saturday's a good time. I think a lot of people will be in town on Saturday. I want to pick a nice place to do a fan meetup, maybe at 11 a.m. to about 2 p.m. I'll come back to the hotel, and I'll do what I got to do, get some rest, and then that night, we got the Internet Darlings from 4 to 6, and I'm hopefully trying to land some NXT TakeOver tickets, man. I would love to go see NXT TakeOver Orlando. I might have to hit up TicketKing.com, the fine sponsors of Wrestling Reality with Justin LeBar. I might have to hit up Ticket King and see if I can get myself some tickets if they are still available. So we'll see what happens with that. Yes, you guys have asked me. I will be hopefully vlogging. I will be taking video and pictures. I will be live tweeting everywhere that I am. I'll be periscoping. So this trip is just as much for you guys as it is for me, man. You guys are going to be seeing what's going on. Literally everything a WrestleMania weekend. So Saturday we got the Internet Darlings. Sunday obviously is WrestleMania. There's so much shit to do on Sunday, man. I'm going to be hopefully making my way over to Solid Monsters meet and greet for a little bit, and then I'm going to head over to LeBar's meet and greet with Billy Gunn. He's going to be hosting a Wrestling Reality segment, I believe, at the Wing Shack in Orlando. I wish I could do everything, man. I wish I could be in 3 places at one fucking time. I know the Hardy Boys are having their Broken Tailgate party. I'd love to be there and do that as well, but I don't think I'll be able to do that. So I might go say what's up to Solid Monster for a little bit, have a few drinks there, head over to LeBar's, and hang out with him and Billy Gunn, and then probably watch WrestleMania with LeBar. I'm hoping wherever he's going to be holed up for the night, have some vodka and tonics on reserve, bro. It's going to be a long night, but WrestleMania should be fun, man. The only thing I'm really worried about is flying down there, because number one, I'm doing it myself, and I hate flying, but I'm putting my faith and everybody that's come to me and says, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Chew gum, drink some alcohol, fall asleep, watch a pay-per-view. Before you know it, before it's over, you'll be there. Yeah, I understand, but I don't like being 20,000 feet above ground, so that's just me. So I am flying out on Wednesday. I will keep you guys up to date on everything that I'm doing when I get down there on Wednesday for WrestleMania week. Like I said, the Internet Darlings, if you guys don't have tickets, links for that are down below in the description of this video. Make sure you guys go get your tickets, man. $25 each. They are still available, I believe. Come meet me, Joe, GrimsToyShow, Adam from What Culture, Brian Zane, Matthew from Botchamania. We're going to be doing live panel discussions, WrestleMania preview and predictions, WWE Talk. There'll be some on-stage segments. Should be a fun time, man. So make sure you guys get your tickets for that. If you guys missed my Monday Night Raw SmackDown Live reviews, those are on the channel right now. Make sure you guys go and check them out. I did not do an NXT review. I did watch the show, but didn't really have time to do a review. And I didn't do a review because in light of whatever happened on NXT, which was really nothing, there was really no groundbreaking stuff happening on NXT. And I'm assuming the next week is going to be the same thing. It's probably just going to be video packages highlighting NXT TakeOver. But I did a video instead of doing an NXT review, and that was an off-the-script extra. And if you guys missed that, I'll leave you an annotation in the top right corner of your screen. Make sure you hit that exclamation point if you're watching on YouTube, man. Off the script extra, Ring of Honor, possibly selling the company to Vince McMahon and the WWE, man. We talk about everything. There was a news article leaked by Pro Wrestling Sheet and Ryan Satin. So make sure you guys make your way over there to go watch that. It was an off-the-script extra, man. We talked about literally everything. We talked about the Ring of Honor story, Mauro Ranallo, which I have a follow-up to today. We talked about Emma returning at WrestleMania. We talked about a few other things, man. A bunch of shit in that video. So make sure you guys go and check that out. Off the script extra. Ring of Honor potentially being bought out by WWE. That was uploaded late on Wednesday evening. If you guys want to support the podcast, man, there's a few ways to do that. Number one, Barbershop Window, being that it's the first thing in my notes here. Barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. I have 9 different designs on the site. The newest design is the Get Off My TV hit list with Lucille making a return, man. JD Sneakin was such a big success that I figured I bring Lucille out again one more time, and this time give her a hit list, man. Stephanie McMahon, Charlotte. You got Roman Reigns on there. Byron Saxton, David Otunga, and JBL. All on the new shirt, man. So make sure you guys go and check that out. That's barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. And the favorites are still there, man. As always, Goon City, the original gray off-the-script logo, the first ever design. We got Roman Reigns, Get Off My TV. Big Show, Get Off My TV, which is still one of my personal favorites. We got the Dana Brooke design, the Eva Marie design, all on there, bro. Make sure you guys check that out, especially the JD Sneakin, which is the biggest seller out of them all. That's barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. We are an official partner with those guys, and I love their fucking website and their merchandise, man. Quality stuff. No matter where you are, they ship worldwide, so you can have your own off-the-script merchandise. Audible. As always, this should be no question. You guys have been watching my shit. You guys know Audible is going to be here for every show, man. audibletrial.com/offthescript. Make sure you guys check out Audible, man. They're giving you 30 days free to try their service out, and they're going to give you 1 free audiobook just for checking them out, man. Over 180,000 books to choose from. A lot of those are wrestling related, and I heard this week that Ryback Reeves, yes, that's his name. He legally changed his name. Ryan Reeves changed his name legally to Ryback Reeves. Ryback has a new motivational book out. So if you guys are feeling motivated or need to get motivated, Ryback's got you covered, man. You could cash in your free book on Ryback. Who would want to do that? I don't fucking know, but it's there if you guys want to take advantage of it. A lot of you guys are cashing in on the Daniel Bryan book, man. A lot of you guys are cashing in for pre-orders for AJ Lee's new book, Crazy Is My Superpower. And you guys know this is going to be a controversial one when it comes out April 4th. You guys can download that right to your device with the pre-order, and when April 4th comes, it'll automatically be there on your device, man. Compatible with iPhone and Android, and Audible is giving you a chance to check them out. 30 days free with 1 book, man. Again, that's audibletrial.com/offthescript. We are, I believe, at 60 signups. I would like to get to 100 before the end of the month, man. We got a couple of days left. Not sure if we're going to get there, but I want to thank everybody for showing support to Audible, especially for them sponsoring this podcast, man. It's audibletrial.com/offthescript. Do it. It's free, and no matter if you guys cancel it, you get to keep your audiobook no matter what, man. So make sure you guys check out Audible. Slam Crate by Loot Crate. We have a crate coming up in April, the middle of April. We should be getting it, and it is a very, very rare crate, I heard. We're getting a Stone Cold Steve Austin figurine that is going to be exclusive. You're not going to get this anywhere else. Exclusive for Loot Crate next month, man. The crate is going to be called Masters of the Microphone. Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to be the big surprise in this crate. And if you guys want to go check them out, man. no matter what subscription service you guys sign up for. It is bi-monthly. So no matter what subscription service you guys sign up for, you're going to get 10% off your initial first purchase. If you use my link, lootcrate.com/JD from NY, you're going to save 10% off, and all you got to do is enter the coupon code at checkout, JD from NY, man. That's lootcrate.com/JD from NY, and then at checkout, the coupon code is the same thing, man, JD from NY. Make sure you guys go and check them out. Loot Crate is also sponsoring Off the Script. And before I forget, I have it written in my notes, and I don't know why I didn't mention them at the top of the fucking show. I got a nice little teaser coming tomorrow for House of Glory. House of Glory, #1, is coming to the Elmcor Center in Queens, New York, right next to Citi Field, where the New York Mets play baseball. We got New World Rising coming April 22nd, 2017, featuring Scott Hall and Kevin Nash of the NWO, EYFBO versus Super Crazy and Psychosis for the House of Glory Tag Team Championships. And more importantly, not only that, before you even get to that show on April 22nd, with Glory comes Pride, the last show that I called at the NYC Arena in Queens, New York, is now available on demand on HOGWrestling.net. If you guys want to hear my commentary with actual wrestling, not a video game, this is actual wrestling. If you guys want to hear JD's commentary, I am the lead play-by-play man for House of Glory, located in Queens, New York, man. Unbelievable fucking stuff coming up. All you got to do, if you guys want to follow them on Twitter, follow them on Instagram, follow them on Facebook, follow them on YouTube. HOGWrestling.net is the place to be if you guys want everything House of Glory. They got an on-demand service on there that is absolutely fucking beautiful, man. $9.99 per month, and you guys can get every show that they ever produced. And I tell you, the production on this new show, I watched it last night in full, is fucking gorgeous, man. Little audio issues with my commentary here and there, but that's because where we were positioned doing the commentary, man. We were like literally right in front of the crowd, and you guys know that, you know, when you got a whole fucking arena full of 2,000 fucking people, it gets loud, bro. It gets loud. So if you guys want to go check them out, HOGWrestling.net, man. Support indie wrestling, support House of Glory. Before we get into the sub-stories, guys, let's do a fucking unboxing. Let's do an unboxing, man. We got Pro Wrestling Crate. I don't know what's in it. I just literally cut the fucking tape off of it before I hit record. Pro Wrestling Crate. My favorite fucking box all month long, man. ProWrestlingCrate.com. That's where you're going to go. ProWrestlingCrate.com, man. They got 4 different options to choose from. If you guys want 4 different options to choose from as far as monthly crate goes, this is the place for you, man. You can either get 1 t-shirt, 2 t-shirts, 3 t-shirts. It's unbelievable, man. You guys can actually pick your subscription tier. And I'm going to save you money on any fucking tier that you want. All you got to do is go to ProWrestlingCrate.com. And these guys are owned by Pro Wrestling Tees, by the way, so you guys know it's quality fucking shit. ProWrestlingCrate.com. And at checkout, you're going to enter the code OFFTHESCRIPT. Everybody that's listening to this show right now, I'm going to save you. You ready for this? 20 fucking % off your first purchase, man. That's ProWrestlingCrate.com. And I know you guys are going to love what's in here. And you're going to say to yourself, you know what? I want some Pro Wrestling Crate for myself, man. Seriously. I guarantee it, man. Anyway, let's open this motherfucker up. Let me close my book. We got sub-stories coming up, and then we'll get into the news and rumors, man. Let's see what's in here. Ooh, I think I see a Kenny Omega shirt. I already got myself a few Kenny Omega shirts for Orlando, man. I got the... which ones did I get? You guys seen one, the Contra design, and I got the Street Fighter design where it says Kenny Omega and it says Continue. I got that one, too. And then I got Solomonster's shirt. I got LeBar's shirt. And now we got Pro Wrestling Crate, man. Let's see what we got here, man. Let's see what we got. Yes. Look at this fucking beast, dude. I love fucking Mega Man, bro. I love Mega Man. Look at this shirt. Look at this fucking shirt, dude. Look at that. That is fun. Let me pull up my fucking myself here. Look at this shit, dude. Look at that. You can't get any more. Dude, this shirt already is worth the fucking box. I told you this is my favorite fucking crate every single month, and they don't disappoint. Look at that, man. Look at this fucking design. Look at that. Look at that Mega Man inspired design, bro. If you're a Mega Man mark like I am, this is why I'm marking out. That's fucking beast. Absolutely fucking beast, man. Pro Wrestling Crate, I'm telling you right now. Put your money to work, man. It's going to be worth it. I'm telling you right now. What is this? I called some of his matches, man, and he's a fucking blast to fucking see wrestle right up close, man, from the announce desk. Look at this shit. Ricochet. That is fucking beast, man. The Architect of Aviation. That is beautiful, man. It's a nice color, too. I like this this greenish color, man. That's fucking beast. Ricochet t-shirt in this month's Pro Wrestling Crate. What do we got here? What do we got here? What is this? Long live Marty Scurll. The villain, Marty Scurll, man. I am not familiar with Marty Scurll, so you guys got to excuse me for the lack of excitement there, but listen, if you're a fan, look at that. This month's great. Marty Scurll. Long live the one true villain. There you go. There you go, man. What do we got? What do we got here? We got a couple of other goodies in here, man. Oh my God, Colt Cabana. Colt Cabana Micro Brawlers from Pro Wrestling Crate, man. Look at that. Pretty substantial too, man. Pretty substantial too. It's like it feels like them bendable WWE figures that we had back when we were little. You can bend them, you know. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool there. He'll probably go up there with the Bailey Bear and fucking Gold Dust and all these other little trinkets that I got from these random crates that I get every month. What do we got here? Candice and Joey. Guerrilla Warfare. Exclusive pin. Joey Ryan and Candice there. A bloodied Candice with Joey Ryan. Look at that, man. I collect these pins. I'll probably, when I move into a nicer apartment and actually set up my own studio, I'm probably going to get a bulletin board somewhere, and I'm going to pin these motherfuckers up. I got all these pins from all these different crates, man. It's nice. I like collecting that shit. What do we got here, man? We got a sweatband. I don't play Call of Duty anymore, so I don't do a lot of sweating nowadays. But it will be the summer before you know it, so it might come in handy. Or I might go to the gym. Chris Hero sweatband. There you go. Chris Hero sweatband. Pretty substantial again. Good quality stuff here from the fine people over at Pro Wrestling Crate. We got stickers. There you go, stickers. We got a DVD here. The Wrestling Road Diaries, Volume 3. Starring Colt Cabana, Bryan Danielson. Look at this. I'm assuming it's just stories from the road, man. And, you know, the Wrestling Road Diaries. If you guys want to, you know, if you're interested in Colt Cabana and Daniel Bryan, stories from the road on the independent circuit, there you go. What the fuck is this, man? This is the last thing. Actually, there's a photograph in here. I always forget. It looks like the bottom of the box, but there's a photograph in here, too. What do we got here, man? We got Domino. We got fucking Dominoes, man. Is this Deuce and Domino? That was an underrated fucking tag team, in my opinion. I love them, man. With Sherry. Look at this. We got fucking Dominoes. Cliff Compton's Domino set, man. Look at this shit. We got literally fucking Dominoes. And then Cliff Compton's Domino set, man. That is fucking beast. That's a nice little collectible, man. That is a nice little fucking collectible right here on Off the Script. And that's the top of it. Domino. There you go. And the last thing in this crate. And remember, guys, tomorrow we got Wrestle Crate UK. Another unboxing tomorrow. What do we got here? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Oh my God, man. Look at this. Look at this. We're about to have a super kick party, motherfucker. The Young Bucks. Look at that, man. Nick and Matt Jackson. of the Young Bucks. When I tell you, man, every single fucking week, or every month rather, I wish it was every week because it's fucking beautiful. Every single month, man, Pro Wrestling Crate gets better and better and better each box, man. This is without question. And I might be a little biased here when I say this, but it's for good reason. It's for good reason. This is the spoiler card. Best of Indie Wrestling was the theme. Look at that. The best of Indie Wrestling. That's fucking beast. I might be a little biased when I say this, man, but this is the best fucking crate for your money, man. Absolutely worth every fucking penny. Seriously, those shirts go for $20 each. And it's worth more than what you're actually giving Pro Wrestling Crate. Seriously. Unbelievable crate this month. We got the postcard Best of Indie Wrestling. We got Kenny Omega. We got Ricochet and Marty Scurll t-shirts. We got a custom-made Colt Cabana micro grappler figurine. Chris Hero sweatband. Young Bucks autograph 8x10. Wrestling Diaries. Cliff Compton's domino set. We got PWG Candice and Joey exclusive collector pin. Real fancy wrestling tees sticker. And that's it, man. Look at that. That's the cheat card right there. If you guys didn't know what was in the box and you're wondering what the fuck did they send me, it's Pro Wrestling Crate, man. ProWrestlingCrate.com. And use the coupon code off the script for 10%. Actually, 20%. 20%. I'm sorry, man. I don't want to cheat you guys out of money. It's 20% off. Use the code off the script at checkout. Do it and do it now, man. They are absolutely fucking amazing at the quality of merchandise that you get every single week. Now, before we get into the news, guys, let's do the subscriber stories. Your favorite portion of the first half of part one each and every Friday. I am going to first say, if you guys want to send in your stories, JD from NY206 at yahoo.com. If you guys want to send in your own subscriber story, if you feel it's important enough to share with the rest of the Off the Script community, you guys can do so. JD from NY206 at yahoo.com. If you guys did send in a story and it hasn't been read yet for a little bit because my email is fucking flooded with stories. If you guys want to resend it again so it catches my attention, just make sure you guys email me again and tell me that it's a resend, and I will hopefully read it out on a future episode of Off the Script. But if you guys want to send your stories, JD from NY206 at yahoo.com. We're going to start off by reading the first story here from Todd. Todd. Dear JD, my name is Todd and I am 29 years old. I am from Cleveland, Ohio. I am a lifelong WWE fan. I love professional wrestling more than anything in the world. I've been watching your show since day one. It's a long time, bro. It's a long time. Since day one, Todd has been a fan of Off the Script. I am a really huge fan of yours because I know when I watch your shows that you will tell it like it is no matter what anybody says or thinks, and I really respect that. I just want to take the time to tell you my story. I was born with cerebral palsy. I have been through many surgeries in my life and intense physical therapy. After intense physical rehab after my surgery, I was finally able to walk my first footsteps when I was 6 years old. Since then, I have still had many challenges to face in my life. I lost my grandmother to cancer when I was 12 years old. I lost my best friend 8 years ago when he passed away. I also lost my beloved cat on Christmas of 2015 due to a careless veterinarian's negligence. You got to be careful with that, man. I know my mom is always worried when we take the family pets to anybody. There's one doctor that my mom trusts completely, and she's never gone anywhere else. So you got to do your best to find and research, because I hate when doctors and vets, they are careless with another person's animal. Because to me, when you take your pet to the vet, you know, I feel like they're a bunch of soulless fucks in there. Like they're charging you before you even fucking step foot in the door. Before you even pick up a fucking pen to sign any paperwork, they're already fucking charging you hundreds of dollars just for visiting them. It's fucked up, man. It really is. My mom's doctor doesn't do that. Yeah, you walk into my mom's vet's office, the one where she takes our family pets to, and it's all young females, and they're just so heartwarming and caring, and you feel that bounce right off of you, man. And you got to do some research to find a good vet. I just want to let you guys know about that, because every time anybody mentions pets, man, it hits me here, because you guys know I love my Bacardi and I love my Bailey, I just want to say thank you, JD. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, because even if I'm having the worst day ever, the one thing that keeps me going, the one thing that I could count on, is tuning into your channel and listening to Off the Script and all your other awesome content. It really puts a smile on my face. Sometimes I really don't know how I would be able to get through all of my daily challenges in my life if Off the Script did not exist. Because Off the Script has got me through the darkest days of my life. When life had me down and I felt like tapping out, giving up, I would always watch Off the Script for that period of time during your show. My life was good again. And I would smile, feel better, and keep fighting through my depression. I can't even begin to thank you enough for that. Now I'm facing another challenge of mine. I am really overweight, and I made a New Year's resolution to start a diet and to lose 100 pounds. And I just want you to know that I will be listening to Off the Script every step of the way while I tackle this challenge to lose my weight. I know that losing 100 pounds is going to be tough, but listening to Off the Script will make this challenge of mine much easier for me. And listening to you and Joe Cronin on Out of Nowhere every week is awesome as well. Keep doing what you're doing, JD. Off the Script has impacted my life in such a positive way that I can't even describe it to you. Thank you very much for all your hard work and for everything that you do to deliver all your awesome content, and I wish you all the success in the world and the very best of luck. You truly deserve it. Take care, brother. Sincerely, Todd. I thank you for the kind and warm words, Todd. Joe and I appreciate it. I'm glad that you enjoy Out of Nowhere. I will talk about the Joe situation in a little bit. I want to say, as far as the weight loss thing goes, keep up on that, man. You got to get yourself right, and I wish you the very best of luck in losing your desired weight. 100 pounds is going to be tough, man. Losing weight is not easy. It really isn't, but I'm here for you. We're all here for you. I'm even going through ups and downs, man. Crazy ups and downs by eating better. It's funny, man, with the weight loss thing, I was not keeping a mindful eye of my calorie intake. And I think I discussed this already. Now that I'm a little bit more mindful of what's going on as far as what I'm putting in my body, I'm very fickle with a lot of things. I don't like change. I don't mind chicken every day. I don't mind vegetables every day. In fact, if I could eat that every day, so be it. I don't have a problem with that. It is getting a little bit boring, but the way I season my chicken, it's always tasty and enjoyable. But the calorie intake, man, was just mind-boggling to me. Now that I'm going to the supermarket and I'm looking at calories and sugars and all this other fucking nutritional shit, and I'm following the box and I'm eating the recommended serving size, I was having like 5 or 6 servings over the recommended serving size. On everything, man. On chips, cookies, fucking cake, Pop-Tarts, all this bad shit. The one success that I will always go back to is that I gave up soda. I gave up soda, man. Soda is so fucking bad for you. I remember back when I was unemployed, when I got fired from my watch boutique in Midtown Manhattan. I remember sitting at home playing Skyrim and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, man, and I would drink 2 bottles of soda a day. I was depressed, number one, and I didn't really give a shit at that point, but knowing what I did back then, man, I wish I could just take those years and just fucking replace it with something healthy. I don't have any... You will not... If anybody's over my house, you will not find sugary beverages in my refrigerator outside of beer. That's it. That's it. Seltzer water, I have every fucking flavor you want. Black cherry, I got it. Pineapple, I got it. Mango, I got it. Coconut, I got it. Pomegranate, blueberry, strawberry, lime. How you doing? But even the iced tea, non-sweetened, unsweetened iced tea, no soda. If I could give you some tips cut out the soda. If you are big into soda, if you are big into the sugary drinks, the Red Bulls and the Monsters and the Gatorades and the Powerades and all that, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Replace it with water. Replace it with seltzer. Replace it with unsweetened iced tea, filtered, organic preferably. You know, cut the sugar out. Watch your calorie intake. Take a good peek at the serving sizes, man. That's what I did, and people have told me at work that I've lost some weight, that I look thinner in the face, that I look thinner in my appearance, that my work shirts are now a little bit bigger on me, and I wear a size medium, whatever the fucking medium size is for dress shirts, But I'm glad that people are noticing, man. That means I'm doing something right. I'm not sure I lost my desired weight before going down to Wrestlemania, but I'm going to continue it as long as I can. I might fuck up here and there at Wrestlemania, during Wrestlemania week because I'll be eating wings and drinking beer and fucking indulging, man. It's a vacation. That's what people are supposed to do on vacations. But I wish you the best of luck in losing 100 pounds, man. That's a goal that is going to be challenging, but I will be here every step of the way for you. And I'm glad that you went through your physical therapy and, you went through your rehabs and, you're able to confide in the show and what we do here and, have it get you through day by day, man. That's the best thing that I take away out of all this, man. Forget the fucking, the YouTube earnings and the subscribers and the views and the likes and all this other shit that I look at every single day. The one thing that I care about most is if everybody's fucking happy. If you're happy with the show, if the show makes you feel good, if the show gets you out of a funk and really rights that ship, that's all I care about, man. And that's all I want to hear each and every week when you guys send me these stories. So thank you to Todd for sending in his story. Wish him the best of luck on losing 100 pounds. That's the next big step in his life. He wants to lose weight. And we'll be here for you, buddy. We'll be here for you and keep us up to date. Keep us up to date, man, on what's going on with your weight loss. I would love to hear about it. Moving on, guys. We got one more story here, and this comes from, what is his name? Adriel is his name. Adriel. He says, "Hey JD, or should I say Mr. 9 to 5 himself." I don't feel like 9 to 5, man. I feel like fucking Mr. 24 hours. I never stop. This might be a long paragraph, so brace yourself. My name is Adriel, and my journey has been a long one indeed. Where to start off? Well, I came to the U.S. from Cuba, and I have lived in Florida ever since. I will not be attending this year's so-called thrill ride. It won't be a thrill ride at all, knowing Roman Reigns will be main eventing again, which is the fucking rumor, by the way. Roman Reigns will be headlining WrestleMania with The Undertaker. For what, I don't fucking know. But it's in this week's news. It's in this week's news. Growing up, my life wasn't easy at all. Not going to go into details, he says, in quotes, but I've tried to stay positive about life. As a kid, I would say, I can't wait till I'm an adult. Stay young, my friends. Stay young. You don't want to be a fucking adult that quick. Enjoy your childhood. Enjoy your teens. Seriously. Nothing but fucking stress and heartache when you get to my age, man. I can't wait till I'm an adult. I realize now that I prefer to be a kid because life throws so much shit at you all at once that you don't know how to handle it at all. That's exactly how WWE is. My parents got a divorce when I was very young, and from that point on, my life changed completely. My family wasn't the same. My brothers would fight constantly. My mom was a complete wreck, and well, I was just in a corner somewhere. That's when I became distant from everyone. Even till this day, I still am. Years later, I got into middle school, and my 7th grade year was worse. I call that year the dark age for me. I fell in love for the first time, and it was the best feeling in the world. But I learned very quickly that nothing lasts forever, even if you want to. My girlfriend at the time was very suicidal. She had family problems, etc. I did the best I could to help her in any way I could, but I felt as it wasn't good enough because she eventually shot herself with a shotgun to the head And I wasn't with her during that time, so I couldn't stop her when I found out. And when I did find out, I literally died. I couldn't take the pain, so I tried taking my own life. The next day I was in a hospital. A part of me wished I succeeded, but I said to myself, wow, I'm still here. When I got out, I found that she rushed to the hospital, and she did survive. I was so grateful to hear that. She made me so happy, but at the same time brought me so much pain, and it took me a while to figure that out. She made me suicidal in a way, and of course, I went back to the hospital not too long afterwards. She eventually left me for someone else, and I wasn't even mad at her. Well, at first I was, but I understood why she did it. I was heartbroken, of course. I mean, she was my first love, but I moved on from that and tried living my life. I was very depressed for a long time. I had harmed myself. I tried ending it multiple times, and I repeatedly told myself, you are not good enough. Can you believe that? I hated my life. I hated my life that much that I tried ending it. My family life wasn't any better, but when it came to helping me through my problems, they were there, but I didn't want to worry them, so I did what I do best and faked a smile and told them I'm okay, even though I knew I wasn't. Looking back now on my life, I regret many things that I did, but those things made me into a better person. I see things differently. Now I'm living a good life for myself. Last but not least, I found your channel last year. Just looking through wrestling videos, and when I seen one of your videos, I was hooked. And he puts in parentheses, I have to apologize, I don't remember which one. Your videos do make my week better. I look forward to them every day. And I know you've been having a hard time as of late, but remember, and he puts in quotes, but it ain't how hard you hit. It's about hard you get hit and keep moving forward. I feel like John Cena said that before. I'm not going to tell you it's going to be easy because it won't. You have the support of 75,000 goons that will be by your side every step of the way. I wish nothing but the very best for your channel. You deserve everything that's coming your way this year, and I will be there to see it from my own eyes. Thank you, JD, for everything that you've done, because I know as well as everyone else watching just how hard you bust your ass day in and day out for us. Well, that's all. Take care and have a great rest of your day. And he signs, sincerely, a goon. Adriel, thank you for your story, bro. I'm glad things didn't end up as worse as they could have with that entire incident that you just went into and described to us. I read that, and I'm looking back on it now. You know, it's a good thing she walked away, man. You know, I don't mean to sit here and tell you that, you know, you don't deserve love. You don't deserve love in that way. She clearly wasn't good for you. If she drove you to do something like that, that was a sign. And that was a sign from God that you're still here with us, thankfully. Nothing, like I said, nothing worse came from that. That's a sign from God that, one, she's not good for you. Two, that God will most certainly guide you to find true love. Because if he wanted you to come out of all of this okay, to me, and trust me, I'm not a believer in this shit, man. I'm really not. But after this week with JR and his wife and all this shit, man, I'm starting to look at things a little bit differently. He's got bigger plans in store for you, man. So as far as you go, I feel, and I'm sure everybody watching and listening and commenting feels the same way. You got bigger things in store for you, man. Keep moving forward. I thank you for your support. I thank you for being here with me and being a part of my family. And good things are coming for everybody, man. I truly believe that. I truly believe that. Like Virulin said on his sub-story, you got to believe, man. There's not one day that I've ever doubted the success of this channel. Not one. And I want you to believe that too. There is success coming to you, and I don't want you to ever doubt that. It all started with that. You're here with us. You're healthy. You're happy. Or at least you're on your way to being happy. God will guide you, and God will give you what you truly deserve. And I thank you for sharing your story with us, because I can't imagine that being easy to talk about. And I thank you for being a part of my family, and thank you for the support. If you guys want to send your subscriber stories, JD from NY, 206 at yahoo.com. Once again, that's JD from NY, 206 at yahoo.com. Now, the man of the hour will get into what you are all here for, the majority of you anyway. Wrestling news, the best platform for WWE news and rumors right here on youtube.com. Wrestling news coming up, but right after this from House of Glory.
The Tank is no small man. Burgundy now off the ropes. Float over. Kicks to the chest. Burgundy! Look at that! Dragon Slayer here!
Man, calling matches in House of Glory, so much fucking fun, man. So much fucking fun. Love it. I can't wait for it again, man. April 22nd at the Elm Course Center in Queens, New York. Now, Finn Balor. Everybody has been talking about Finn Balor. WWE has not brought him back to television yet. They are very conflicted as to what they want to do with the Demon King. At this point, he does not have a WrestleMania match set for Orlando. That doesn't mean he's not going to be there, but Finn more than likely will be involved with the Rollins Triple H dilemma that we are bound to see with their unsanctioned match at WrestleMania 33. But Finn Balor, what do they have planned for Finn Balor following WrestleMania 33? This is the latest report from PW Insider. This might turn some people off. This might raise an eyebrow here and there. Some people might laugh at this. To be perfectly honest with you, after I read this to you, one thing will be abundantly clear. That WWE seemingly again has backed themselves into a corner, and it will do the talent no good. It's not going to do the talent any good whatsoever. As of right now, just about all signs point to Brock Lesnar defeating Goldberg after 2 failed attempts previously. However, this time it will be for the WWE Universal Championship, in which Lesnar will experience his first title reign with the title. The long-term plan is for Lesnar to be champion by the time WrestleMania 34 rolls around, in order for the WrestleMania 31 rematch against Roman Reigns to occur. Reigns is still slated to be a top babyface. Already, WWE shooting themselves in the fucking skull. Never mind shooting themselves in the foot. Might as well fucking just end it now. End the misery now, WWE. Reigns is still slated to be a top babyface, which means WWE is slated to be a failure with Roman Reigns yet again. And Lesnar is looking to gain as much heat as possible to help out the big dog. It's not known whether Lesnar will carry the title all the way until next year's WrestleMania event in April, down in New Orleans. April 8th, to be exact. The following night on Raw, Goldberg is expected to give his thank yous to the live crowd and the WWE Universe, ending his magical comeback run for the company, which seemingly started all over a failing video game. Jesus Christ. I wish I was in charge of a failing video game. I wish I was on the cover of a failing video game. The next guy to be on the cover of a failing video game, don't be surprised if he's in the main event of WrestleMania. You guys can put fucking James Ellsworth on the cover of WWE 2K19. He might be in the main event of WrestleMania. That's the way this company fucking operates. Although the door is not closed on Goldberg ever coming back to the WWE, it will only be featured as major attractions for major events. This leaves the possibility to feud with Reigns at either SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, or WrestleMania 34. At a recent house show, Finn Balor made his in-ring return after a 7-month absence due to an injury which he suffered at SummerSlam in 2016 when Seth Rollins buckle-bombed him into the fucking ring barricade, separating his shoulder and other injuries that occurred during that maneuver. PW Insider is reporting that actually I'm jumping far ahead like a fucking goon over here. At a recent house show, Balor made his in-ring return after a 7-month absence. Balor teamed with Chris Jericho and Sami Zayn to defeat Triple H, Samoa Joe, and Kevin Owens. With his return occurring before WrestleMania 33, many speculated that he would be returning on television come April 2nd to either compete against Samoa Joe or replace Seth Rollins to battle Triple H. It would have been interesting to see how the replacement for Rollins would have unfolded, since he was responsible for putting Balor on the shelf for 7 months. It wouldn't make any sense whatsoever. It would be WWE reverse booking in a way that doesn't make sense. Because if you're Balor, why are you going to come back all of a sudden and help Seth Rollins after he was the one who put you out? Or because now he's a babyface? He turned babyface in your absence? That's not a reason. That's WWE booking because they don't know previously what had happened, or they want you to forget what had happened, and they want to move forward, or they just don't fucking care. Now, with Lesnar expected to be at the top of the Raw roster, he will need a babyface opponent to compete against. Again, per PW Insider, that opponent could be Finn Balor. We could be seeing, according to PW Insider, Finn Balor versus Brock Lesnar following WrestleMania 33. Since the chances of Balor actually competing at WrestleMania 33 are decreasing daily, the next stop is Raw, where he is expected to make his return. Since Balor never used his rematch clause for the Universal Championship due to the injury he suffered at the hands of Seth Rollins, this would be a way to immediately insert him back into the title picture. WWE is going about this all wrong, and I will give you guys what I think should happen. And I already discussed this. I already discussed it, and it would make a lot more sense than what you're hearing now. Another interesting bit of information reported by PW Insider is that there have been discussions for Balor to have a different look when he returns to television. Although he uses the body paint for big matches, there is nothing fascinating about his look without it. As a result, Balor may be wearing a mask as he walks down the ramp to the ring, but remove it when he enters the ring. This would be for the purpose of increasing his marketability and selling the masks on WWEshop.com. This would be useful since Balor's t-shirts already sell incredibly well for the company. There have been other talks of creating other possibilities of a change in appearance for Finn Balor. Perhaps the change in look could create a character for Balor that resonates as a big star. I don't get this changing the look. Balor is Balor. I don't understand why you want to risk overexposing him and taking away that special, unique look and making it an every night occurrence. Balor is Balor. The jacket, the wrestling ability, the entrance. That's all you need. You already want to make changes to Finn Balor, and he hasn't even been on the main roster for more than a month. Keep it the way it is. You didn't get people used to the original Finn Balor when you debuted him on Raw, up from NXT. Now you want to change what we already know about Finn Balor. Keep it the same. Not everything needs a change. And the face paint and the demon look, that is for big time appearances, pay-per-views, big matches, championship matches. Why do you want to risk overexposing that and making him not special or not unique? I don't understand that. But WWE, they're in this to make money. They're not in this to make sense as far as character development or booking. Plain and simple. Perhaps the change could create a character for Balor that resonates as a big star. He's already a big star. Since he is considerably smaller than Brock Lesnar and the margin of belief that Balor is an intimidating figure next to Lesnar is very low, this could be covered up by an enhanced appearance. Sorry, WWE. You're not going to enhance Finn Balor enough to go one-on-one with Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship. Nobody can have an enhanced look next to Brock Lesnar. I'm sorry. That is just completely ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. People made fun of me when I lobbied for Daniel Bryan versus Brock Lesnar. Now, that's a match that I still to this day would have loved to see. Everybody made fun of the CM Punk situation when Punk battled Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam a few years back. People were like, oh, Punk is not going to stand a chance. What did those two men do? They gave you a main event SummerSlam match that was worthy of a match of the year contender. Same thing would have been done with Daniel Bryan. Same thing could be done for Finn Balor. But we're not in this business to put people up against Brock Lesnar that look just as intimidating as he is. Especially with somebody like Finn Balor. You're not going to force that issue if it's not there. You're going to go and use somebody that is just as intimidating and legit as Brock Lesnar. Why are you going to try and create something that will never be there? I don't want to see that out of a Finn Balor. The story with a Finn Balor, the story with a Punk, the story with a Bryan, someone that size going up against Brock Lesnar or anybody the size of Brock Lesnar is the David versus Goliath underdog story. How are they going to overcome and slay the dragon? That's the story that needs to be told. You're not going to cover up Balor's boring look. You're not going to make him unique. You're not going to enhance his appearance to make him a little bit more believable against Brock Lesnar. Because we know what's there underneath all that cover-up. WWE has the wrong idea here. That's not the story that needs to be told here. The story that needs to be told is Balor, the smaller man, David, versus Brock Lesnar, the much larger champion, Goliath. That's money. It would have been money with Bryan. It was money with Punk. Don't force the issue. Work with what you got. That's why you're in this, to be creative. Don't enhance his appearance. It's not going to come off genuine. It's not going to come off organic. It's just going to be another forced bullshit agenda by WWE to get a match out of Finn Balor and Brock Lesnar that really should not even be happening at this stage of the game. This is not the right time for Finn Balor versus Brock Lesnar. If this is what PW Insider is reporting, this is not the right time. This is WWE booking themselves in a corner. Because we all know coming out of WrestleMania 33 that Brock Lesnar is not losing the title immediately following WrestleMania. Especially to a Finn Balor. On the flip side, why would you put Finn Balor in that predicament? That's an automatic loss. You cannot book yourself out of that corner. If you put Balor versus Lesnar for the championship as your main program on Raw following WrestleMania, how is that going to end Finn Balor? For Finn Balor. How is that going to make Finn Balor look good? It's not. You can't have him come back and automatically job to the WWE champion. When Balor is just coming off an injury that kept him on the shelf for 8 months, you want him coming back and you want to build him up at his own speed. You want to build him up slowly so that he can get back to challenging the Universal Championship. Nobody is going to have an enhanced appearance. Nobody is going to look good against Brock Lesnar, especially coming out of WrestleMania. Now, what I need to have happen, and what WWE needs to do, is this, and I discussed this already. If you want Finn Balor in the Universal Championship title picture, you're gonna have to be patient. You're gonna have to wait. Fuck this Roman Reigns bullshit. How many times does he have to fail for you to just fully understand that it's not going to happen? Put your ego to the side, swallow that fucking overly bitter pill, and admit this is not working. This is not going to work. If you put Roman Reigns in the ring with The Undertaker, the man is a fucking heel. No questions asked. At that point, you're going to have to embrace the fact that Roman Reigns is a heel. So then you're going to have a Roman character being a heel going up against Brock Lesnar, who has been portrayed as a heel because he went up against Goldberg, who is the biggest babyface that WWE has on the Raw roster right now, as a 50-year-old part-timer. So Lesnar is going to be a babyface? Is that what I'm understanding? Against a heel Roman? Or are you just going to ignore the fact that Roman is going to be the most hated individual on this fucking earth following April 2nd? If I expect what is to be expected at WrestleMania, how is that looking good for anybody? How does that look good for Roman? How does that look good for The Undertaker? How does that look good for WWE? How does this look good for Finn Balor if you want to feud him against Brock Lesnar and have him job out to Brock Lesnar if your ultimate goal is Reigns and Lesnar at SummerSlam or WrestleMania 34, whichever you decide comes first? This is what needs to happen. As far as Roman Reigns goes in the WWE Championship, fuck that shit. It's over. It's over. It's not going to work. Monday Night Raw had its worst ratings ever for a WrestleMania build show. And if I can find the fucking article, I will read it right now. Monday Night Raw ratings were fucking terrible. SmackDown destroyed Monday Night Raw in the ratings this week. There was bad news coming out of the WWE camp this week. Monday Night Raw had its lowest ratings ever, according to rumors from What Culture Wrestling. Even though SmackDown is yet to break the 3 million mark in viewers as of yet, Raw ratings continue to plummet in record lows. And this is shocking considering that right before WrestleMania, the viewership tends to be at its highest. Even Raw's main event featuring Roman Reigns wasn't enough to bring the ratings up, which is in part because the viewers aren't liking the storyline between Reigns and The Undertaker and Braun Strowman. Meanwhile, according to the latest wrestling rumors elsewhere, it's the drama on SmackDown that is bringing people in. Whether it's the drama between AJ Styles and Shane McMahon, John Cena and The Miz, Dean Ambrose and Baron Corbin, it's what's bringing people in. Storylines on SmackDown are fresh, they're cool, and they're relevant and simple to follow. In other words, they're not tired and played out like the storylines on Raw. SmackDown Live is not the best 2 hours of television every week, but then when it is on every week, it's hitting on almost all cylinders. It's very difficult to beat when it's a perfect show. That was the case this past Tuesday when WWE presented a very entertaining edition of SmackDown Live that was highlighted by a fantastic match, a couple of hilarious spoofs, and a pretty good brawl at the end of the show. Now, Forbes thinks that USA could ultimately cancel Monday Night Raw. I don't think that's the case at all. I don't think that's the case whatsoever. But Monday Night Raw is not producing quality television. You got to look at who's the top of the card. Who's at the top of the card? It's not Owens. It's not Jericho. It's not Rollins. It's not Triple H. All of those guys have been positioned in the beginning and the middle of the show. WWE has made it a priority to make Roman Reigns the centerpiece of Raw every week going into WrestleMania. Why are ratings low for Raw? Because Roman Reigns is not working. And this is the guy you want carrying your championship on Monday Night Raw. If that is the case, the ratings will be lower. Unless changes are made and you give people what they want. I am tired of hearing the same old bullshit that Roman Reigns is on TV, he's getting a reaction. It's a reaction. Leave it at that. He's doing his job. I don't want to hear that. Roman Reigns is getting a reaction, but it's the wrong reaction. It's a reaction that's driving people away. Clearly, the ratings show it. If people want to see Roman, if people wanted to see Roman, it's not in the current situation that Roman's in. People want to see Roman as a heel. If you put Roman in a situation where his character can thrive in the right way, instead of putting him on TV in the wrong way, which is driving people away, why don't you do it? Embrace the hate. I've said this countless times. Countless times. Take a chance. Take a risk. He's not a ratings machine. His merchandise isn't doing all that well. When you got like an Owens or a Nakamura or an Enzo and Cass and a New Day, Roman is far from being number one in merchandise. Not to say that he doesn't make money selling merchandise. Not to say that he's not in the top 10, top 15. But he's not in the top 5. Certainly not anywhere near number 1. House show numbers, not really all that impressive. House show numbers have been down for years. Can't really gauge Roman's worth and popularity based on house shows. And even then, who goes to those house shows? Billy Bob Joe and the fucking family, you know? Who gives a shit? Casuals. Casuals. Who goes to a house show? Who goes to a house show if you're watching the program week to week? You're going to go to a random house show on a Thursday night in Biloxi, Mississippi. No, I'm not. What do you think you're going to see there? You're going to see some fucking steel cage action. You're going to see a fucking hardcore death match. You're going to see championships changing hands. You're going to see the fucking biggest storyline of all time take place in Biloxi, Mississippi at a random house show in front of fucking 600 people. Roman is not worth the effort anymore. Change it up. Change your game plan. Go a different direction. I said this already last week. WWE's got two paths. You got two people at the end of each path. You got one that says, don't come over here, man. Seriously, Titus's fucking catering is spoiled, bro. You don't want any of this. Then you got the other guy on the other side saying, come over here, bro. I got fresh Titus O'Neil catering, sweet potatoes to die for. WWE goes down the road with the spoiled food. They go down that road. Knowing it's the wrong choice, They continue to do it anyway. Every week, every month, every opportunity with Roman Reigns. He is not the answer. You have other plans that could happen, that could ultimately build another superstar up to the level in which you need. Roman, and this idea of Roman has got to go. Has got to go. So clearly he's not the answer. Now, continuing with this story. Since professional wrestling is still about larger-than-life characters, as shown by the importance of Goldberg, Lesnar, The Undertaker, Balor's character has potential to fit that role if the appearance is right. While he was in NXT, he had good feuds with Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe. While both competitors are larger than Balor, neither had strikingly massive presences such as Lesnar. For this feud to work, there indeed needs to be a change of appearance for Balor. For the feud to work, Balor should not be in the feud. That's the only way it's going to work. For the feud to work, you book Balor to the strengths that Balor presents, not by changing him into something that he is not. Brock Lesnar is going to win the Universal Championship at WrestleMania. No question. No question. If WWE has plans for Brock Lesnar to be the Universal Champion, I say, fuck Roman, include Balor in your plans, but not with Lesnar. I say do this, and I stated this already. Some of you might know where I'm going with this already. Brock Lesnar takes the belt to SummerSlam. Samoa Joe is unpinned. He's undefeated on Monday Night Raw. He runs through a Reigns. He runs through a Strowman. He runs through a Balor. He runs through a Rollins. All that, you roll that up into a nice little package, and then you present Samoa Joe with a Universal Championship match that at that point will rightfully be deserved and earned. Brock Lesnar versus Samoa Joe in the main event of SummerSlam is not only the right match for SummerSlam 2017, not only is it the right match for Monday Night Raw, it is the most legit main event that you could possibly have at this stage of the game. If Brock Lesnar has one more WrestleMania under his belt, it should not be against Roman Reigns. It could be against Roman Reigns, but not for the title. Not for the title. Roman already had his WrestleMania moment, and we discussed this in depth already. How many WrestleMania moments, how many coronations does Roman Reigns need? He's already had his moment at the largest attended WrestleMania of all time, at Cowboy Stadium. How many more does he need? What is the difference between 32 and what will happen in 34? The more things change, the more they stay the same. In this case, WWE's not changing a goddamn fucking thing, but they're expecting a different result. People tell me that's insanity. And it correlates with Vince McMahon's logic. The man is demented. The man has lost a few screws up here. Brock Lesnar versus Samoa Joe is the best main event you could possibly have for SummerSlam. Samoa Joe needs to be put over at SummerSlam. Samoa Joe needs to beat Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. Why? Because Joe is the most legit athlete besides Brock Lesnar on Monday Night Raw. And if it does happen, it would be believable. Balor is not going to go anywhere against Lesnar, but take an L. Reigns, nobody wants to see that again. At all. At all. WWE has to be crazy if they think that's what people want. Over a match between Samoa Joe and Brock Lesnar? I know which one I'm going for. I know which ones you guys are going for. Joe wins the Universal Championship. How do you get Balor? in the Universal Championship picture again, you have him fight for it. You're not gifted anything here. You've been out for 7 months, bro. The landscape is different. You're not going to come back and ask for a rematch. You got to fight your way back to the top. If I'm giving out WWE Universal Championship matches here, you know, you're the last on the list. It's like you're starting on day one all over again. Not your fault, but that's just the way things are. Just the way things have to be. Joe wins the title. Balor and the chase for the title begins on Monday Night Raw after SummerSlam. And being that Triple H and Kevin Owens and hopefully a Evolution stable is formed by then and running roughshod over Monday Night Raw, maybe Balor has to fight his way through all those guys to get to Samoa Joe. Instead of rushing a storyline and going for the kill immediately and not having anything progress out, why don't you have Samoa Joe win the title and Finn Balor chase? Samoa Joe holds the title to WrestleMania 34. Balor chases the title, wins the Royal Rumble, and challenges Samoa Joe for the WWE Universal Championship at WrestleMania in a feud that, number one, was underwhelming in NXT, would give WWE a new lease on life to recreate and make it better on the main roster, culminating at WrestleMania 34. There would be story there already. You can enhance that. You would have a feud that is built over many months and will culminate, which should be the case, at WrestleMania, with the babyface going over at WrestleMania, winning the title. It'll be a feel-good moment. Balor gets his championship back. Roman at that point would be heel. You want Roman and Balor? There you go. Babyface versus heel. Done. That's what I do. That's what I do. You want to do Roman versus Lesnar? By all means, have a blast at WrestleMania 34. Nobody knows if Lesnar is going to re-sign with the WWE. At this point, he's probably fed up. At this point, who knows if he wants to return? But all I'm telling you is Roman versus Lesnar is not the right main event for SummerSlam. Lesnar versus Balor is not the right match, period, for after WrestleMania. Joe Lesnar. Joe wins it. Balor chases it. Culmination at WrestleMania 34. Joe, Balor, title. Balor wins. Heel Roman versus babyface Balor following WrestleMania 34. Have a blast. That's what I do. That is the best scenario for WWE at this point. As long as it doesn't involve Roman Reigns, we're all good. But this Balor-Lesnar situation that PW Insider is reporting, not the way to go. Keep Balor the way he is. No need to force a appearance change so that he looks okay to stand toe-to-toe with Brock Lesnar. No. You want someone to stand toe-to-toe with Brock Lesnar, you have it in Samoa Joe. Guy comes out with no fucking fireworks and nothing but a white fucking towel around his neck. If that doesn't, and the meanest fucking face you will ever see. If that doesn't signify that the guy's about to break your fucking skull, I don't know what is. Now that's something I'm interested in for WrestleMania, and I'm sure you guys are as well. Moving on here. Did Naomi's dad spoil her return at WrestleMania? Naomi was forced to vacate the SmackDown Women's Championship several weeks ago after suffering a legit injury at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. Her status for WrestleMania 33 remained uncertain over the past few weeks as she continues to rehab her knee. Alexa Bliss will be defending the SmackDown Women's title against any available woman on the SmackDown roster, leaving a return open-ended for Naomi at WrestleMania. I also reported on OTS Extra with the Ring of Honor story, Kelly, Emma, Victoria are all rumored to be in that SmackDown Women's Championship match. Last, but I wish certainly least, she who shall not be named might be there as well. And if that's the case, hand me a fucking bleach shot on the rocks and a noose so that I could fucking hang myself and choke to death at the same time with bleach and me hanging above some fucking wooden beam somewhere in Orlando. I don't fucking know. God, nobody wants to see Eva Marie. Maybe in the same way that we seen Paige a couple of days ago, but not certainly in a fucking ring. Tell you that. Naomi's dad, who is a musician in South Florida, might have spoiled the surprise for her return. When asked by a Naomi fan on Twitter about her return, he said that she will be back by WrestleMania. It was quickly deleted. He says she will be back by WrestleMania. He also revealed that Naomi suffered a legit sprained ACL. If he is telling the truth, expect to see Naomi return at WrestleMania 33 to compete in her hometown of Orlando. Would be a pretty nice moment if she was able to win her title back in her hometown. WWE should have never took the title off of Alexa Bliss. Ever. They should have had Alexa Bliss go into WrestleMania as the champion. Naomi should have been built up, not for 3 weeks. They should have had Naomi built up for all these weeks leading to WrestleMania. If that Elimination Chamber match did not happen, Naomi might not be hurt. Keep that in mind. If what we seen at the Elimination Chamber never happened, Naomi wouldn't have suffered a legit sprained ACL. Things might have been different on the road to WrestleMania on SmackDown Live during a proper build-up, not one that presented Naomi for 3 weeks on television and then automatically gifted her a fucking title shot. The woman was off TV for 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. Comes back for 3 weeks and gets a fucking title shot? On what fucking show? On what planet? Doesn't make sense. WWE could have easily went to a Becky Lynch or a Natalya or a Nikki for a title shot. Why did it have to be Naomi? Naomi was the money going into WrestleMania. Naomi was the money. The returning babyface in her hometown winning the title off of the bitch Alexa Bliss. It had Cinderella story written all over it. Now WWE is taking every woman on the roster because they have nothing else to do but give us multi-person matches at WrestleMania. And they're putting all these women in the ring at the same time with little to no emotion whatsoever or care from me. And they're giving you a lackluster women's championship match that will be tarnished because of the build that we're seeing. And when Naomi wins the title, if she does come back at WrestleMania, it's not going to be as special as it could have been if it was just Alexa and Naomi. Don't understand WWE's logic. It never should have happened at the Elimination Chamber. That is just my take on that. You ruined another WrestleMania moment. You ruined one with Strowman. You ruined one with Bayley. You ruined one with Naomi. How many more WrestleMania moments are you going to ruin? How many WrestleMania moments will there be? At this rate, 0. I don't understand it. TNA at it again. TNA acting like a fucking 3-year-old child in daycare who is screaming and ranting and raving because someone took his fucking Mega Blocks. TNA adds trademark symbol to broken Matt Hardy videos. Reby Hardy rips them again. The biggest feud in professional wrestling has nothing to do with WrestleMania. Right now, the battle between Matt Hardy and his family against TNA Impact ownership over the broken gimmick is the biggest feud in wrestling at this stage of the game. Things have gotten ugly since Matt and Jeff Hardy left the company a few weeks ago, with both sides claiming ownership of the broken universe. Impact apparently has been adding the trademark symbol beside the broken Matt name on their videos on their YouTube channel. As you can imagine, if you've been following along, Reby wasn't too happy. And this is what she said about the entire situation. First of all, TNA jumping the gun, merely and clearly doing this to show even more disrespect to the Hardy Boys. They are a bunch of fucking children. Everybody at Anthem, everybody at TNA, they're digging themselves an even bigger hole. Why don't you just fucking lay back, let things happen, settle this in court like fucking adults, because you want to be children about this entire situation, which landed you in court to begin with because you're nothing but jealous, envious fucks. Now they're putting the trademark logo next to Broken Matt's name because they think that they own the rights and they don't give a fuck what Reby or Matt or Jeff or Senor Benjamin have to say. They're just going on their own and doing whatever the fuck they want because, again, blatant disrespect for Matt Hardy and his wife and his family. Reby says, nice try, except that is my TM, documented as filed long before you dumb stooges tried to play yourselves. Slow clap at Real Jeff Jarrett. Where's the TM after the names of the characters y'all actually created? Fucking scum of the earth, man. At Ed Nordholm and at Real Jeff Jarrett. She also says, I do appreciate it being put on this particular video, which was titled Broken Matt Heals Jeff Hardy Wrestling Performances. I do appreciate it being put on this video, however, being that I shot it and was not paid for the footage, nor did I ever sign a release. You guys are really helping my case. The list of offenses stays growing. Like, really, thank you, Ed Nordholm and Jeff Jarrett. Dumb fucks. It just blows my mind how dumb these people are. Unbelievable. Hey, at Ed Nordholm, at Real Jeff Jarrett, I know you're up in your feelings about the boys leaving and all. Aw. But it's healthier if you just, and she posted a GIF from the movie Frozen that just says, let it go. Out here acting like scorned exes. I kind of almost feel bad for them. Bendito. But then again, nah. Hashtag, fuck that owl. She continues on. Best part of all this, TNA thinks they're hurting Matt with this. He's gonna be just fine. Can't undo damage you've done for yourselves, though. Also, a fantastic tweet at the end here. I believe someone by the name of at Leo DiCaprio. Not really the real Leo DiCaprio. WWE lawyers can squash Impact like bugs, you know? And Reby says, I know. So there you go. Safe to say, there is some bad blood between Impact and Reby. And Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy and the entire Broken Universe. But what do you expect? What do you expect from these goons over at Impact Wrestling? Speaking of bad blood, if I could find the fucking news article here in my notes. Here we go. WWE Bad Blood pay-per-view returning. You like that little segue, huh? Yeah, man. WWE Bad Blood pay-per-view returning after more than a decade absence. This week's episode of SmackDown Live was held in the Mohegan Sun, down in Connecticut. The show featured a ton of build towards WrestleMania 33. The big news for fans in attendance of this week's SmackDown was that WWE is bringing back an old pay-per-view. After a 13-year absence, WWE announced after SmackDown that Bad Blood and the pay-per-view will be returning. According to fans in attendance, Bad Blood will be happening on July 9th at the XL Center in Hartford, Connecticut. It will also be a Raw exclusive pay-per-view. Bro, fuck Bad Blood, man. Put Bad Blood at the end of the year, get rid of Hell in a Cell, and give me King of the Ring. Why can't you give me King of the Ring, man? That is a perfect multi-branded pay-per-view. Bad Blood, great and all, but not for July, man. Fits more with the October-esque theme. That is the fall, and pumpkins, and hell, and evil. Just my opinion on that. The event ran previously in 1997 as Bad Blood in Your House. This was the show that featured the incredible Hell in a Cell match between The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels. It also featured the debut of Kane. Bad Blood also happened in 2003 and 2004 as Raw exclusive pay-per-view events. So, I guess Hartford, Connecticut's getting Bad Blood, man. Will we see blood at the pay-per-view? Of course not. It will be just called Bad because it's Raw. That's what they do. Oh, man, I crack myself up sometimes. That might have been lame, but whatever. Raw's bad. And there will be no blood, bad blood. AJ Styles. The original plans for AJ Styles at WrestleMania 33. This story might actually anger people, being that we're getting what we're getting right now. AJ Styles is scheduled to face off against Shane McMahon at WrestleMania 33. This is a match that has gained a lot of criticism from fans who don't think that they are a good pairing. After the year AJ has had, WWE fans wanted to see him face an incredible wrestler on the biggest stage of the year. Turns out that AJ was originally planned to face an incredible wrestler at WrestleMania 33. It just fell through. Shawn Michaels appeared on the Sam Roberts Wrestling Podcast and revealed that WWE wanted him to face AJ Styles at WrestleMania 33, but he ultimately turned the match down. He says, and I quote, "I could have had the match. They did not have an opponent for AJ Styles at WrestleMania." I don't know what's worse. WWE being turned down by Shawn Michaels with this AJ Styles match, or the fact that AJ Styles did not have a fucking opponent at WrestleMania with WWE Creative. Which is worse? How don't you have an opponent for AJ Styles at WrestleMania? I mean, are you fucking kidding me? Seriously. Shawn would go on to say that he was approached to take on AJ because the fans wanted to see the match. It also had to do with them not having any other plans for AJ at the time. Michaels declined, wanting to stay retired. I quote, "I wish that man was here 10 years ago, man. I really do." Looks like we were closer than you think to a dream match with AJ Styles and Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 33. If you hate the AJ and Shane pairing, like I said, this probably pisses you off even more knowing this new information that Shawn Michaels revealed on Sam Roberts' podcast. 10 years ago, can you imagine the match that they would have given us 10 years ago? Jesus Christ. We might be looking at one of the greatest matches ever. Unbelievable. Gotta respect Shawn Michaels, man. He wants to stay retired. You don't see that often. He's happy. He's healthy. He doesn't want to do it anymore. He doesn't need it. Good for him, man. It's tough. People come back. They go and come back. Go and come back. Michaels is the only one who has really stuck to his gun. Same thing with Stone Cold. He hasn't come back, man, for a match. People still wanting that one last match. When Punk left, Austin ever coming back left with him. Wasn't going to happen. That was the only match I cared about. Punk and Austin. Michaels, like I said, you got to respect him. It's not only you got to respect Michaels, but you got to respect what he and The Undertaker did, and the fact that he wants to, keep that precious. You don't find that often, man. Yeah, everybody would fucking die to see AJ Styles and Shawn Michaels over AJ Styles and Shane McMahon. Got to live with the fact that it's never going to happen. The only way it's going to happen is fantasy warfare. That's a real fantasy warfare match right there. Not Goldberg and Brock Lesnar. Fantasy warfare, man. Boot up your fucking 2K17 PS4, man. It's the only way you're going to see it. AJ and Shawn Michaels would have absolutely tore that fucking building down in Orlando. Sucks that we're never going to get to see it, man. So Michaels revealed that on the Sam Roberts podcast. I know a lot of you are probably like, motherfucker, how could he do this to us? Got to respect him, man. You got to respect Shawn Michaels. Goldberg responds to criticism that he only has 2 moves. Goldberg is the Universal Champion and will be defending his title at WrestleMania against Brock Lesnar. WWE fans have only seen him in the ring for a few minutes since he made his return. He squashed Lesnar at Survivor Series. He was in the Royal Rumble match for only a few minutes. He also squashed Kevin Owens at Fastlane in just over 20 seconds. Goldberg has received some criticism from fans that say he only has 2 moves in his arsenal, the spear and the jackhammer. In a recent video put out by WWE, Goldberg responded to criticism about his moveset. He says that he only needs 2 moves to take you out. And I quote the criticism, "I use it all the time to fuel me. Goldberg only has 2 moves. Well, I only need 2 moves. What I'm going to do, go out there and hit 50 moves and make it look like I'm everybody else? Brock is going to know after what happened the first time not to take me lightly. Goldberg has 2 moves. Own up to the fact that you got 2 moves, bro. Nobody wants to see you doing fucking 150 moves in the ring. Just own up to the fact that you are not the ideal professional wrestler. That doesn't mean that WWE is not booking him to his strengths. They're booking him perfectly. Gotta admit it. They're booking him perfectly. But Goldberg should not be embarrassed at the criticism. He has 2 moves. He has 2 legit moves. The spear and the jackhammer. That's it. You know? I have 2 moves too. It's one, reaching for the remote control during Monday Night Raw. And sleeping during Monday Night Raw. Those are my 2 moves. Seriously. I got 2 moves too, Goldberg. Don't worry about it. Anyway, who cares? The match is not even going to last fucking 10 minutes at WrestleMania. And people are criticizing. Who gives a shit? The man will be gone in 2 weeks. You got 2 weeks to go and Goldberg is gone. Leave the man alone. Okay? It's almost over. The misery is almost over, people. Just be patient, please. Once April 3rd rolls around, we'll all be good. I hope. I really, really hope. Sami Zayn in the news again, my favorite Uber driver. Sami Zayn comments on his lack of success so far on WWE's main roster. I could tell you the lack of success and the reason for it from Sami Zayn, or for Sami Zayn, Monday Night Raw. There you go. Do I even need to read this article? It's the fact that he got drafted to Monday Night Raw. That's the reason for his lack of success. Sami Zayn was recently interviewed by The Wig. Don't know him, don't care. He spoke on a wide variety of topics about his wrestling career, past and present. One of the most interesting parts was when he spoke about the lack of success that he had so far on the main roster. Zayn has been on the main roster now for about a year. Some fans often think that Sami's being underutilized. Some fans often think. No, we don't often think. I know Sami is being underutilized on Raw. And we'd love to see him move over to SmackDown. They also complain about Zayn losing a large majority of his matches. Zayn says he isn't fazed by his perceived lack of success so far. This is what he had to say. I sometimes see the fans making a much bigger deal of these losses than I personally do, because you can't win them all. You just can't. You do your best, and that's it. You lose a few here or there. You just got to be good at forgetting those losses or using them as motivation to drive yourself forward. It really doesn't stop my momentum. He continued saying that he's happy where he is right now. Sure, Sami is very happy where he is right now. I believe that as much as I believe fucking Roman Reigns is the greatest fucking export from India. Fuck out of here, man. I think I'm in a good place right now, and I feel like I'm on the cusp of doing something really good or breaking out to that next level. I feel like I'm just outside the bubble. Testing myself against guys like Braun Strowman or Samoa Joe are really what I think is going to take me to the next level. I don't look at these losses in any way as a defeat. I use them as motivation, if anything, or I just move forward. Sami, the ultimate political fucking monster, dude. Giving you the political answers that everybody wants to hear. Good job, Sami. Good job, Sami. While I'm sitting home on Monday night, I know that Monday Night Raw is fucking you over. Better off standing next to fucking Titus O'Neil and catering, eating his lightly buttered green beans, bro. Give me a break. Sami Zayn needs a move to SmackDown, more so than anybody else on Monday Night Raw. What else do I got here? I don't think I have anything else here. Should I end with that? I feel like I'm not ending the right way. Sami Zayn? I don't want to end with that. What else do I have here? I don't know. Oh, here's one. We'll end with this. This is in my notes here. I gather everything in my email, and I spread them out, you know? I take a news article here, and I copy and paste it, and I do it over multiple emails. Bray Wyatt wants Bo Dallas in the Wyatt family. I gotta give a round of applause for that one. I want him in the fucking Wyatt family too. Bo Dallas could be a huge get for the Wyatt family. Bray Wyatt was recently interviewed by Sports Illustrated for their extra mustard section. I like me some extra mustard, spicy mustard. spicy mustard on a nice chicken dog with a nice potato roll. Grill a chicken dog on the barbecue during the summer, man. Delish. With some spicy mustard. He spoke on a wide variety of topics prior to WrestleMania 33, where he will defend his WWE Championship against the Viper, Randy Orton. One of the most interesting parts of the interview was when Bray expressed his desire to add Bo Dallas to the Wyatt family. In case you are unfamiliar, Bray and Bo are real-life brothers. They are the sons of Mike Rotunda, one of my favorites, a.k.a. IRS Erwin R. Shyster in WWE, and the grandsons of the late Blackjack Mulligan. Bo has been used sparingly over the past year on WWE television. Sparingly. They only used him to build up that fucking Chinese guy that they got from overseas. And then, goodbye. Gone. Here's what Bray had to say about wanting his brother in the Wyatt family. Bo Dallas is quite possibly the most talented wrestler on either roster. He is the most underrated superstar of all time, in my opinion. High words from not only the WWE champion, but your brother. He has so much to give. At some point, I would love to form an alliance with him because I know who and what he really is. Whether people want to look at him like that, well, then I'll show you. It's very, very possible. I think that would be great. I mean, WWE has these guys doing nothing, man. Everybody that is being unused or underutilized, there is a role for them. It really angers me that guys like Bo Dallas and fucking Curtis Axel are not being used. It fucking pains me to see Sami Zayn not being used correctly. I mean, I don't understand that. There's a role, there's a greater role, I should say. Let me rephrase that. There's a greater role for these guys than just literally standing around and catering. Bo Dallas, if he grew the fucking, that evil beard out that he had, and we know we've seen it in him. We know he has it within him to be evil. I think he would be great in the Wyatt family. I really think he would be great in the Wyatt family. It would be a new lease on life. He would be with his brother. He would be on SmackDown, away from the cancer that is Monday Night Raw. And you can start building yourself back up to the success that you've seen in NXT and was gone the minute you hit Monday Night Raw. Tyler Breeze is another one. Tyler Breeze could be an Intercontinental Champion. He is the personification of what an Intercontinental Champion looks like and wrestles like. How they're utilizing him is a fucking crime. It is a damn fucking shame. Guy fucking dressed in drag on SmackDown and tapped out to a female. Oh, he's on TV. Oh, he's in a program with John Cena and Nikki Bella. Some people say that he's only 26 years old. But that doesn't mean you have to go through fucking the darkest of fucking darkest days in WWE to finally see sunlight at the age of 33. All those years, gone. All those years that WWE has a prime talent like that, and they're not using him. How does that make any sense? He's one of the best wrestlers on that roster. And you got him dressed in drag. If you can't find a role for someone that good, company's doing something wrong, man. Company is definitely doing something wrong. Bo Dallas in the Wyatt family, I'm all for it. I love to see it. Hopefully we see it sometime in the near future, as I think it would be great, not only for the Wyatts, but for Bo Dallas and a resurrection of his career. That is Off the Script, guys. Thank you so very much for everything today. If you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up. Please check out the description, audibletrial.com/offthescript. Make sure you guys check out Audible for your free audiobook. Barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. Support House of Glory, HOGWrestling.net. ProWrestlingCrate.com. Use the coupon code OFFTheScript for 20% off. Follow me on Twitter at JD from NY206. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you have not done so already. We are nearing, hopefully we'll get to 76,000 subscribers WrestleMania week. Thank you guys so much. And Patreon, patreon.com/JD from NY206 if you guys want to support the podcast on a monthly basis. I am JD. I'm going to get out of here. Hit that thumbs up. I'll be back on Saturday with more great Off the Script for part 2 of episode 162. Until then, have a great Friday. Have a cold beverage for me. And I will see you all on Saturday morning right here on Off the Script at 11 a.m. Talk to you later.